Nettles, Urtica dioicea. It's August and it's time to begin nettle seed harvest. Starting in about late July here, you can begin to collect the seeds. It'll be quite obvious when the seeds are ready. They become dark green, not black. If they're black, they probably have fungus or mold growing on them, which happens quite often in damp weather like we have now. So dark green, but not black. And you cut the whole plant close down near the ground and gather a bunch of these. And first of all, leave them outside somewhere under cover if you can for the first 24 hours or so, which gives any insects living on them a chance to relocate. So you collect your seeds on the stalk and then bring them inside and strip off the little bracts, the little branches of seed, and you spread them out and dry them. You can do this in a hot press, on a spare bed in your room if it's airy and dry enough, or over the stove. Medicinally, the benefits of nettles are vast. Obviously, there's wonderful nutrition in them as a spring tonic. Then for your blood, they are wonderful for regulating blood pressure, for blood sugar, and to boost the iron levels in your blood. They help regulate breast milk production and are wonderful for your hair and skin. I make an infused oil out of them as well, together with thyme and mint, which I use on my feet as an antifungal. It's great if you are in a work situation where you'd be in boots or walking a lot, like chefing or working on a farm, something like that. And I make all manner of other things out of them during the year. But today we are going to concentrate on making an electuary. So to make your electuary from your nettle seeds, which you've dried, you'll need your dried nettle seeds and a local honey if you can. Mine comes from my brother. I'm lucky enough to have been given this one by my brother. He even put my name on it. And it contains a lot of wax, this one as well, which I quite like. I like the taste of beeswax. Honey, seeds, a means of grinding them, either a stone mortar and pestle, or in this case I'm going to use a little coffee grinder as well. So grind up your seeds, either mash them in your mortar and pestle or grind them in your coffee grinder, and then simply mix with a similar quantity of honey. You don't have to measure it or weigh it, just see what looks about the same, and mix it up into a paste. Spoon it into your jars, tighten off the jar and store. It's always best to store anything that you preserve in the dark and in the cool, and many of our houses are very warm, so it's good to have a nice cool place to store them if you can. And what you're doing when you're preserving is you're trying to arrest or slow down microbial action in the food that is going to make it decompose, and you're trying to eliminate moisture and sometimes also air. So mixing this with honey is a great way to do it. I use this all during the winter on a little dollop on top of my porridge in the morning, on lovely freshly made pancakes, on top of toast, whatever way you fancy. They're very easy to do, and this will keep extremely well for at least a year.